What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? It is your girl, Miss Natalie B, and the lovely, the amazing, the splendiferous.
The Dion Victoria, y'all.
Oh, ow, ow! And it is 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. It's Breathe Experience Tuesday. Y'all come on into this room because we are here for you. This is the Breathe Experience. And y'all, we gonna do just that. I hope y'all are having a lovely week, getting off to a good start. How about you, Dion? You having a lovely week?
I am. I'm having a great week. Busy, but great.
Okay, I see you matching your painting. Okay, painting.
I am. That's crazy.
Oh, you ain't playing that?
Not at all.
You're like, I'm going to the studio today for Breathe Experience. Let me go and match this painting real quick. All right, y'all. Today we are talking about our favorites. This is our favorites show. So we will be talking about some of our favorite sheroes, Black women throughout history that have held it down. You may have heard quite a few of our favorites before, but we're gonna give them to you again, and some facts about them and why you should look them up and why they might just be some of your new favorites too. Okay. Outside of that, we're also going to talk about our favorite way to honor ourselves as beautiful Black women making history. How do we honor ourselves? Because it's one thing to idolize and to learn and to honor amazing Black women in your past, in your family, in cultures past, but it's another thing to honor yourself. You have to honor yourself as a Black woman. And for all of the Black men out there that may be watching, feel free to let us know how you honor the women in your life, because it's also very important that we honor each other. So, how do you honor your women in your life and let them know that they're important and that they're amazing, and thank them for all that women do? And so we're gonna talk a little bit about that today, because women, we wear a lot of hats. And so during Women's History Month, Beyonce. Our Women's History Month, we got to talk about the average everyday hero woman who's out here helping to mold and form the world through all that we do. But before we jump all the way into all of that amazingness, y'all got some time, go ahead and share this beautiful feed so other people can breathe as well, and talk about and celebrate the beautiful Black women on our favorites episode of the Breathe Experience. But before we go any further, y'all already know how we get started. It's the goddess, India Ari, spitting love, spitting knowledge, okay, with her amazing song, Breathe, which is our self appointed anthem. So, again, if y'all just want to send this to her, let her know we love her.
Sometimes you just can't believe the things your eyes see. So much injustice in this life, and it's happening right on your TV screen. So you drop to your knees and you're praying, cause you can hear him saying he can't breathe. And it's all so overwhelming, because you know there's nothing you can do to help him. Continue to breathe, continue to breathe. In times like these, that's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe, continue to breathe. In honor of your brother, that's what your heart is for. There's always someone trying to take someone's power away. The history of the world is violent. Will it ever change? Now we're living in a time when you just can't hide. There's a camera in every hand. It's not elusive, even when they treat you like you're useless. We know what the truth is. Continue to breathe. Oh. Continue to breathe. In times like these, that's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe. In honor of your brother, that's what your heart is for. Fight for your life. fight for your life in the face of a society that doesn't value your life. For the men in your life, for the boys in your life, for your brothers, for your fathers, for the ones that came before us, for the future, for the future, for the future, for the future. Continue to breathe in times like these. That's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe in honor of your brother. That's what your heart is for. In times like these, nothing matters more. Breathe in honor of your brother. That's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe in times like these. That's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe in honor of your brother. That's what your heart is for. Continue to breathe. Continue to breathe in times like these. That's what your heart is for.
Yes, yes. Whew, that's the move, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy that song. Again, that's India Ari Breathe. Hello, Chanel. Welcome, welcome. We see you, sis. And hello to everyone out there. That is Breathe by India Ari. Again, our self-appointed anthem because it's perfect. It's perfect for the times. It's perfect for this show. And I hope it was perfect for you. I hope it hit your spirit because, as always, it touched mine. All right. Let's get into it. First, we have to start with our breathe moments. Who needed to breathe this week? Y'all go ahead and drop down in the comments. Who was it? Who needed to breathe? Was it you? Was it a coworker? Was it these kids? Whom was it that needed to breathe this week? Fill us in. D, who needed to breathe, sis?
I guess me today. Today I really just it's been a really it could have been a lot more stressful if I'd allowed it to be.
Mm.
I was late, I had trouble getting the kids ready, I got to work, and then, it's just been a long 48 hours, 24 hours. I don't even know how many hours, but between yesterday and today, it's been long.
Okay.
And I forgot some stuff. When it was time to leave work, I left my keys, so I had to turn around and go back. Like, it was just like
not ideal.
not ideal at all. But I did. I focused on breathing. I didn't get frustrated. I'm tired. I'm really tired. So that's kind of the only result of it. It's just I'm just really tired, just drained. But I'm in good spirits. I just needed to breathe through the whole experience so that I didn't end up being in a negative place. I just
Right.
my breathing.
You better breathe, sis. I
Mhm.
appreciate you having your breathe moment because I know it can go 0 to 100 real quick, real quick. And that's what keeps us grounded. That breath, staying connected to the present and the breath. It saves lives out here. It saves lives. I know for me, I think I talked about this once before, but just really sitting with my son and doing learning time with him and being in awe of how intelligent this 2-year-old is. Like, that's my breathe moment. It's a happy breathe moment, but like literally it's sobering, just like how intelligent this child is. Like I said this once before too, but today we were going through our first grade reading comprehension book and just to see him read the story, then answer the questions and get the right answers. And then we're like working on writing. So he's writing the words, the sight words that he knows how to read. And it's like, you're two. Like it's really sobering. And but then like more so than that, it went crazy because he took a break. I told him like when we get to doing learning time, if he ever feels tired or frustrated or anything like that, he can always let me know he needs a break. So if he gets cranky or it's just we going too long, he can say, "Mommy, I need a break," and we'll take a break. So he grabbed the phone and he started sitting down and he started looking at videos on his phone. And as he was looking at the videos on his phone, I was like, "Let me see." Right. So I started drilling him right with questions. So we going through. We had just got done doing counting 1 through 100, and then I started drilling them on the ABC. So I started going out of order with the alphabet letters, and I had him saying the sounds. What sound does this make? This makes Z, K, right? Going back and forth. So he's watching his videos, scrolling, finding new videos while he's answering the questions. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me give him a little more, right? So I'm like, how many letters are in the alphabet? He's like, there's 26 letters in the alphabet from A to Z, right? While he's scrolling on his phone, looking for new videos to watch little cartoons, right? So I'm like, I bet. What's the vowels? So he's like A-E-I-O and U are the vowels there in special letters. I said, how many sounds the vowels make? They're special letters because they make 2 different sounds. While he's watching his video, scrolling and watching the video, and I'm like, yo, this kid is next level. So for me, that's a brief moment because one, it's exciting, is what we've been working towards, and then it's just like, man, it's sobering again for me because I got to keep that up. Like I can't just let him start off this amazing and then let that filter through. I got to make sure I stay consistent with his development so that he stays ahead of the game because he's just dope. It makes me so proud and so happy, and I feel blessed that he's receiving all of the work that we put in, and like so much so that it's effortless now. He's just like, yeah, that's that. And vowels, consonants, what's up, B, B, what's up? Like it makes me so happy. So that was my brew moment today. From excitement and just pride, and then also sobering, like, hey, I can't slip. I gotta like stay on it now because he dope, and I gotta make sure he stay dope on the learning tip. He's just a great kid. So that was my brief moment for today. I know it's been a minute since it's been Jaleel consistently though. Like back in the day, I know it used to be Jaleel all the time. So I can throw that one in there because it's been a minute. It's been me for a long time. I've been going introspective, okay? So I can throw Jaleel in there today. So y'all go ahead and drop in the comments. What is your breathe moment? Who needed to breathe? Was it a good breath? Was it I'm about to choke you breath? Tell us. We don't judge you. Let us know. What was your breathe moment for today? So Chanel has a breathe moment. I'm going to pull it up on screen. Chanel. Yes. Okay.
She needed
okay.
Moment. She's been so busy. We feel
yes, sis. Yes, sis. You definitely need to take a breath. And this is what we're talking about when it comes to women, specifically Black women. We are go, go, go. Like Dion said for her brief moment. These past day or 2 days, she don't even know which ones. If it was 1 or 2. It's just a blur and it's a lot going on and we moving and we go, go, go. And we got the babies and we working and we doing this and we doing that. So sis, we totally understand. Take this breath today. Like literally breathe and stop. Because you need to eat, you need to rest, you need to sleep. Sometimes you need to cry. All the time you need to laugh. You need to breathe. You absolutely do. It's so important. So let's take a breath real quick all together, and then we can go in talking about this amazing topic of Black women and our favorite ones and why we love them. Okay, so let's take a breath together, guys. All right. I hope that settles you in. I hope you get the time to just sit and listen to us today. If you want to be interactive, that's cool too. But take this time really to breathe, because that is why we're here for this hour for you guys to breathe. We're going to remind you to breathe, and we're going to remind you to get your life, because we got to celebrate us for a minute. Dion, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go ahead.
All right. So my first person that I want to mention when it comes to amazing women. So I'm gonna start new school. I'm not even gonna like go way back deep because y'all know I got some hitters in the pocket back in the day. But I'm gonna start new school because I feel like one, we need to dive deep into our history and know the great African American women who have paved the way for us, the great African American people, period, that have paved the way for us, right? But we also need to honor the modern everyday people that are history makers, including ourselves, which is another reason why we're talking about how we honor ourselves today. But baby, this sister right here, I'm gonna work with her. Let me manifest this for a second, y'all. I'm gonna work with her. We gonna be kicking it. That's gonna be one of my besties, you feel me? And we gonna make some amazing content together. Issa Rae. Okay. Issa Rae is one of my favorites on today's show and just in life in general because shout out to Chanel who's on the line because Chanel put me on to Issa Rae years ago with Awkward Black Girl. Okay. And Awkward Black Girl was a funny show, YouTube show. It's probably still up there. Y'all go check out Awkward Black Girl. That's how it started. Okay. But diving deeper, when I find interest in someone, what I typically do is I dive deep. How did they start? What happened? You know, what was their course of action to they got to where they are today or how we know them. And Issa Rae has always been, I'ma get it done. Right? Black women everywhere. I'ma do it. I'ma get it done. You know, I don't need all the money in the world to get it done. I don't need backing to get it done. I'ma get it done. So from her dorm room on a little camera and a laptop or computer, she was making these videos and getting it done. At one point, all of her stuff was stolen, all of her content, all of her equipment. She didn't give up. She got some more. She scribed it together and she went back to work into the Issa Rae that we know today. So every time I see her, I can't not see Awkward Black Girl. I can't not see that young girl that was like, I'm just gonna make this happen. And it makes me so proud that she did it and she did it on her own terms to the point that now she's like one of Black female comedy gold. Like people are just throwing money at her. Like HBO gave her the show. I looked into that as well. The Black woman sketch show or Black woman, you know what I'm talking about, Dion? The show.
Insecurity.
No. Black Woman is a sketch comedy show. Black Woman sketch comedy show on HBO. So they basically just threw her some money and was like, "Look, sis, do a show for us." And she just called up the squad. And this is goals for me because if y'all don't know, I was gonna say y'all already know. If y'all don't know, teamwork makes the dream work for me. And I love my people. I love my team. And I'm always calling a tribe together because we better together. Why try to do everything yourself when we can do it together? So like to get to the point where you had nothing and you were just making your content and your dreams come true on your own to a point where a channel like HBO is like, here, let me throw you a whole lot of money. You just do what you want and make it poppin'. And you could just call a squad and be like, hey, y'all, come over, slide over here real quick. We're going to make these videos and go crazy. Like, that brings me so much joy. And to the fact that now she's able to hone her craft. She's able to be on Saturday Night Live. She's able to do it at a higher level. But the fact that she started on her own, she didn't wait for anyone to give her permission to do what she wanted to do. She paved her own path. She didn't have someone say, hey, let me guide you this way. She said, I'm gonna do it. And she did it. And now she's like at the top of her game. So I love Issa Rae for that grassroots. I'm gonna get it done regardless if I got it in my bank account, regardless of whomever, I'm gonna get it done. To the point where she is now. So Issa girl, if you ever see this, we're gonna be friends and we're gonna work together and make some dope content. I see that happening because I see that same hustle in me. That's why I love you so much. So yes, girl. Issa Rae she's the first person I'm gonna talk about today. Who you got, D?
The first person is going to be my mother.
Yes, mama.
She's not as famous as Issa Rae, but she's super famous to me because my mom, she's just, where do I start? She's just super. I remember being a kid and being like, she's a superhero. Oh, whoa. Like, she did this, and that. Oh my gosh. Like, just seeing the way she moved. I was always so inspired. She's probably the reason why I'm always on the go when I was always on the go. And she's the reason why I can be on the go right now. My children are with my mom right now. My mom is a beautiful person, always challenging me to think differently. Um, and I just really like she's the type of person that it gives her an extreme amount of joy to help people, even if they may or may not deserve it. Now people be like, they don't deserve that. That doesn't matter. It's like the way that's just the way she is, which has rubbed off on me a little bit. Almost like to the point where it's detrimental. She's always trying to help people. Oftentimes it throws her off of her original plan. But I can never really be upset, truly upset, because it's like you're just trying to help people at the end of the day. And I can't be mad if you helping people screws me over. I can't be mad about that. No, I'm kidding, but no, I can't be mad about that. So I don't know. I just wanted to acknowledge her and her greatness and appreciate her because she's definitely a great example of how to be a mother, how to be a giving person, how to always come from love, as best you can without your emotions getting in the way. Me and my mom have had some really rough patches, but it never left my mind that she's just an amazing person. And I just want to start by acknowledging her and everything that she does, from being a great grandmother to being a great mom to just being a great person. She's always helping people, always. So that's my first person that first woman I want to acknowledge and honor today.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, I can't believe what today is. You go ahead, I got another person.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. I just want to say that that's a beautiful thing, because that goes into what we're talking about today, how we have to honor ourselves because we are the history makers, and honoring our family line, like our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts, just women in the community who have poured into us, right? It's so important because a lot of the times we don't think about it, but the people that we look up to wouldn't be who they are if it wasn't for their mother, if it wasn't for their grandmother, if it wasn't for those community women who poured into them. So we have to give honor to the women who may not be celebrity. We have to give honor to the women who push those women. Because a lot of the times, like they say, behind every great man is a great woman, but they might not necessarily get the shine. But it's the same thing for women. Behind every great woman is another great woman who raised them, right? Our mothers play such a key role in our lives. So blessings to all of the mothers that are still here with us. Thank you for all that you do, for watching these kids and babysitting. Lord, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, babysitting mothers, okay? Grandmothers, thank you. Aunties, thank you, okay? But then to the ones that are gone to the other side as well, Ashe, and your energy is still surrounded, because everybody may not have their mother or their grandmother still here present with us on this plane, but they've still done so much for us to be where we are today.
So on that note, I was gonna wait and say you can do the next one. We can go back. My aunt, today,
but she like, nah, skip that noise.
Today is my favorite auntie's. I can't say that, but my auntie's birthday. She is no longer physically with us. She has transitioned, but she was like, let me tell y'all this one. Lillian Prince, Dr. Lillian Prince. She is the reason why I'm a teacher.
Yeah. Come on, TT.
I remember her from my childhood. I never remember her ever raising her voice at me, but I always knew you just don't play games with Auntie Sugar, is what we called her. Don't play games with Auntie Sugar. Super sweet, but you just don't play with her.
Super sweet, but you play too much, it'll get you in a coma.
Come on.
Okay.
You don't want that diabetic coma. So she was just amazing. She wrote some books. I'm trying to track them down. Apparently, there's some books at Harold Washington Library or something like that. Because I want to learn more about her philosophy. When she passed away, her students packed the church. Like, people couldn't get in because it was too many people. That's how influential she was as an educator. She just didn't play games, and she wasn't going to let you get over on her or her children, her students. She was just, I don't know. I think of my Aunt Sugar often. I say her name whenever I speak of my ancestors. She comes and visits me every now and then. Today's her birthday, so I have to honor her.
Yeah, it would be on this day when we celebrate our faves.
So she's definitely one of my favorite people, one of my favorite women, but people in general. And yeah, I would be remiss. She one of my favorite memories, because she was she vegan or vegetarian? I don't remember, but either way, she didn't eat meat. And I remember sitting at her table. She had a table and she had nutcrackers, and she had a big old bowl of nuts. And I would just sit there and crack the nuts open. Sometimes I would eat them. Sometimes I would just put them in a bowl for somebody else.
Like the action of cracking the nuts.
I just like cracking them. It was fun as a kid. That's how I played. All
right. It's all right.
Yeah, I just used to watch her all the time. I don't remember playing a whole lot at her house, but I remember loving going over there, and I remember just kind of watching her do her thing. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much the gist of it, of my appreciation of her, because I could just talk about her all day. She was like when she made her transition, and then my grandparents made theirs, our family kind of wasn't together as much. Like my aunt was she'd probably be pretty sad to see how things are with my family. Not that they're bad, we just don't come together the same way that we used to. And she was one of the people, and that's what matriarchs do. Matriarchs bring families together. Like, the men do their thing, but matriarchs are like, come on, we're not playing games. It's dinner at my house every Sunday. Why are you not here?
Where are you though?
Matriarchs be talking to their 50-year-old kids, talking about something. You're not too old for me to bend you over my knee. And okay, mom, I'm 50, but yes, I will be there with my grandchildren.
Facts. Because you better bring them too. Who playing with you?
Right. Yeah. So that's one thing my aunt and my grandmother, not so much my grandmother because she was a little not present at a certain point, but my aunt definitely, where are y'all? Where y'all at? What time y'all gonna get here? Why y'all late?
Are you on the way? Like, actually in the car, on the road?
Am I on the way to come get you? Like, which
what needs to happen here? But I think that's that presence when like you hear the word, and sometimes it can be like a weight, but it's really just what it is. That black girl magic, like, it's real. Like, it's glue. Because a lot of the time, those matriarchs, those aunties, those grandmothers, those mothers, they're the glue that holds family together. But it's also that get it done. I'm gonna get it done. Like I said, do I gotta come get you, or is you coming? How? Because you gonna, either way, you gonna be here. What do I need to do? Because it's gonna get done. Like
you're gonna be here, or you gonna be here. Which one is it?
How are you gonna be here is the question. You're like, when and how. And it's really that tenacity, that audacity, that wherewithal that makes a black woman amazing, and that makes black women history makers. Because from like the beginning of time, if you really want to think about black women and really holding the family down and holding the family together, specifically black women, right? If you go back and you think about what black women had to go through being taken. Let's take it all the way back, right? Not all the way, but like African American all the way, right? Being taken from your homeland, brought to this new country, being violated, right? Being disrespected, having your man taken away from you, having your children taken away from you, the things that you have to go through with that. And hearing stories of how the women on the slave ships, because they were being violated, right? And oftentimes not shackled, and oftentimes being shown and taken into back areas of the ship and stuff like that, that the men never could see. They would actually be like the sparks to the revolutions and the revolts on the slave ships, because they would tell the men where everything was at and tell them their schedules. And I was like, but that's Black woman magic. Through what I have to go through me being violated, through this ordeal, I'm still gonna be like, all right, how can I get out of this? What can I do? We doers. Black women are doers. Black women are go-getters, right? Let me gather this information while I'm going through this ordeal so I can go let you know, Black men, because I'm coming back to help you. We're gonna support you now. How we can get up out of this situation will make a difference or a change. And that's Black women in 2021, throughout all the decades and centuries. That's still Black women. Through no matter what I'm going through, I'm gonna gather some information, I'm gonna gather up my strength, and we're gonna figure out a way to create some change or make something happen. That's why the anthem is, if it needs to be done, I'm gonna do it myself, because it's like, I'm not waiting on it. I'm gonna make it happen. And that's that Black girl magic. And then that's that Issa Rae spirit that I was talking about. That's that I'm gonna get it done, and I don't need a whole lot to do it, but best believe I'm gonna get to where I'm trying to be. And that's a beautiful thing, because that's what makes this country great, whether people want to believe it or identify it or not. Baby, where would it be without a Black woman? Where would this country be? Like, it's amazing. It's really amazing. And for me, another Black woman who like really, really, really speaks to that as a whole, like with every ounce of being in her body, is Billie Holiday. And I know she has a film, and we kind of talked about it a little bit on one of the previous episodes, but I just really want people to understand like how influential musicians and artists of all kind, especially the women, but the men as well, were to really creating change. Because as we spoke about in previous episodes as well, artists really shift all movements when you think about it, all types of artists. So Billie Holiday would sing one of her famous songs, Strange Fruit, which is saying a whole lot. If y'all don't know the song, please go listen to it, look it up.
Man, side note on that song, I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to play this song for my kids at the beginning of the day. It's an awful idea. It's an awful idea. Not that the song itself couldn't be played. It was just like, to start your day that way, bad idea. No.
The energy.
Not to start. Maybe after we go through a few things, and then we can talk about
it first,
I was just playing some music and was like, this is a good one, right?
It is a great song. And the powerful message.
Sorry, kids. Let's lighten this up a little bit. My bad.
But it's heavy. But it was like groundbreaking at the time for what it was, because nobody was speaking that type of truth. Right. Especially with the platform that she had. That's why it made the FBI and everybody else so big mad. And she was like, I'm going to use my voice. I'm going to use my talent to say something, because wrong is wrong. And she was a strong woman who was not for none. To take on the whole government and be like, skip you, I'm gonna sing my song, skip you, I'm gonna use my talent and my voice. That's powerful. But she wasn't the only one. You got amazing artists like Nina Simone was another one. She was like, what? Long as I got breath. Like, we gonna talk about these issues. And a lot of people don't know she was like classically trained pianist. She wasn't even originally a singer. She was just a pianist. classically trained again, and kind of ended up singing, gained this platform, this following that she deserved because she was super talented in all aspects. But then she was like, okay, this isn't enough for me. Look at what my people are going through. Look at what's happening. And she became an activist and used her art to help fuel the activism, right? And that energy is super huge when you look at Black women artists. So those are singers, but it can be said for dancers, it can be said for painters, it can be said for sculptors, it can be said for writers, using their talents as Black women artists to say, no, we're gonna shift some things. Barbara Jones Hogu is another one, with the 60s and 70s Black Power movement through art with Afro Cobra. She was one of the lead founders of the Afro Cobra movement, which is, whew, I love Afro Cobra. Ooh, one of my favorite art movements. I love me some Afro Cobra. I'm just thinking about pieces in my head while I'm talking. Ooh, y'all gotta check out Afro Cobra too. Go check out Afro Cobra, okay? Changed my life when I saw the Afro Cobra exhibition. I walked out of that thing like, oh my God. Okay. But Barbara Jones Hogu and her, no matter what type of art form you mentioned, Black women artists. So this isn't just one woman for real. I started with Billie Holiday, but it's really Black women artists as a whole making a statement in a movement.
Okay, so like one of my favorites, since we were talking about present day people as well, those of you all who may be familiar with Chicago artists, maybe you're familiar with Dorian Sylvain, one of my muralists, and just really sweet person in general. Every time
love her,
I'm like, we need to spend more time together. Why don't we have more time? She's an amazing artist, an amazing muralist in Chicago. She has a mural on the side of the Mariano's on 39th and King Drive. And then she has a few murals all over the city, in schools. And she's just really, I don't know, she's a curator as well. I look up to her quite a bit. I don't think she knows this. And if she sees this, Dorian, I just want you to know, I look up to you and I think you're awesome. And like, I don't get like famous people, you know, how you get like, oh my God, it's a famous person. But it's somebody I look up to, or like,
I'm gonna have to send her this now. I'm just gonna cut this and send a clip like this part and just send it to her. Like, hey, Dorian, I gotta just drop this on you real quick.
She's like really much she knows about like how cool I really think she is. Like,
I don't think she knows because I didn't know, and I'm like bestie. I don't find out if she know, but I'm about to tell her.
Yeah, I have a huge like. I love her so much. I love her work. I love her as a person, the way she thinks. Like, I've had a few conversations with her, and every time I leave the conversation, like, oh, like with stars in my eyes and stuff, like, oh, you're so cool.
I'm sending her this clip, by the way.
Dorian Sylvain, y'all. If you don't know anything about anything, check out Dorian Sylvain. She's a Chicago artist. Super cool lady that I look up to.
Yes. I love Dorian. She's just one of the coolest. Like, she's just one of the coolest. Love her. So I concur. Dorian is top-notch, dope, amazing, and talented. Like, all the way around. Just Dorian Sylvain is dope.
Another artist
check her out, y'all.
Yes. Another artist who just crossed my mind, who I look up to, who's also a woman, is Alpha Bruton or Bruton. I can't remember. I always mess up her last name, but it's Bruton. Bruton or Bruton. I'm not sure. Anyway, Alpha is legit an alpha. She's like, so she's really like business. Don't play with me. Cut and dry. This is what it is. You gonna show up or leave. Don't show up if you're not prepared. I love Alpha. She's no nonsense. I love it. I be like, I can't her. I feel like I gotta stand up straight when I'm talking to her.
She got the ruler in her hand. She ain't playing with you.
Not playing with me. I gotta be real. I gotta be a real artist when I talk to her and work with her because she's serious. She don't play no games. She's
Don't
real.
come with that subpar. She ain't for that subpar.
No subpar. No subpar. It's about logistics, strategy. How you doing this? What you need? Where the money at? Who got the money?
Where the money at?
No, wait a second. Let's figure this out. I got you. I love her as well as I love Dorian. I love these wonderful women artists in Chicago who've been killing the game for years.
Killing it.
Years. I hope one day to even have like a piece of their legitimacy and their amazingness. Like I don't know, like I look up to Alpha and Dorian, like, man.
And there's so many super dope, amazing female artists in Chicago, like of all genres. Again, like sculpting, painting, muralists, like so many. We cannot talk about dope, amazing favorites, Black women without mentioning Miss Saquon Myers. We've talked about her before.
I was
several times on the show, but we cannot. Like, we got to bring her up every time because that's how dope she is. Like,
super dope. I remember when I was applying to work at the center, and I don't know if somebody told me to read her resume that's like 80 pages long. I was just like, what? She did? Whoa! Like,
yes. About you better Google her, baby. You better X them back. Like, literally legend, walking around, kicking it. Like, legend, living legend, walking around, kicking it, and like super personable. Also, no nonsense.
Yeah, you can.
Got to be on point with Miss Massaquoi. Like, love and adore Miss Massaquoi. Miss Massaquoi is a theater legend, film legend, like music, like. It's like all types of legendary. It's all the way around. She's super dope filmmaker, actress, singer, producer, voiceover artist. Like, just everything. That woman is amazing. And I've been blessed to know her since the age of like 15. And like, I sit at her feet. Like, if we're in the room together, I'm probably next to her. Unless I'm working doing something she told me to do. You hear me talking to you? Like, like love her. Hey, Ty!
One of our favorite ladies right there.
Yes. We love you. Like, just absolutely amazing artist. You got Candace Hunter, which is another like profound Black artist in Chicago, been holding it down for forever. And it's the same thing with Candace. Like, you look at her resume, like, you know her for like one thing, like, oh, she's an artist, she does this type of art, but then she busts out some different type of art. You like, wait a minute. Then then you get to read her resume, like, oh, she was an actress too, like theater and boop it, like her list go on and on. So it's just so many dope, amazing Black women on Chicago. And one thing I would recommend for everyone to do, if you're in Chicago, you may not be watching from Chicago, but if you come to Chicago, if you live in Chicago, Black women, Black men, whomever you are, white, other, is tap into the women that are around you. Like, if you're a Black woman artist, you need to be looking up Black women artists. You need to be going to their spots where they are. You need to be intermingled in that network because, like, the greatness rubs off. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of that circle. I think that was one of the biggest blessings of the Southside Community Art Center, is just meeting these amazing artists and getting to know them firsthand and tapping into the blessings that's around you. Same thing if you're not an artist, if you're a chef, go to where they are. There are pools of beautiful Black women that is ready to pour into you and network with you and lift you up, and you can lift them up if you seek them. But you can't be in your box. Like, man, where they at? Go find them. Like, go find the places and tap into that network.
I just like raising my hand because
okay, I'm like, go ahead, sis.
You know, like when you're a student, like, okay, so
yeah.
She called on me. Okay, so my absolute favorite Black woman of all time is
Of all time.
it's me. Because if it wasn't for me, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You should be your favorite person of everything.
Speak on it.
You should be your favorite everything. I am. I'm my favorite artist. I'm my favorite actor. I'm my favorite actor. Everything I do, I'm my favorite person.
Speak on it.
We don't honor ourselves enough. We don't.
Speak on it, sis.
Now, while I'm saying all this, inside, the internal talk is like, shut up. What are you talking about?
You tell that internal to be quiet because you said what you said and you meant it.
Exactly, internal, shut up. Because no.
You said what you said.
I said what I said, okay? I am my favorite. Y'all want to know why I'm my favorite artist?
Are you finna show us?
It's time. The painting has been completed, so I want to show y'all why my favorite artist. Okay.
Exclusive. Breathe experience exclusive.
Look, let me tell y'all. First off, let me tell y'all a little about me because the thing is, people don't know. I've literally had people say, I forgot you was an artist. Time out. ¿Por qué?
¿Qué? Say what?
Say what? So, yeah, no, I'm an artist. I've been painting since 2005. Yeah, I graduated high school in 2008. The first painting I did won awards at the Museum of Science and Industry. The first one. I don't know what number that other painting was, but shortly after that, I did another painting that ended up at the Congress Library and stayed there. I got awarded a flight. American Airlines flew me out to the Capitol. Me, my mom, and my sister were all flown out to the Capitol to celebrate with representatives of, all types.
Gas pedal. Gas pedal.
Yes, artwork has been shown at the Museum of Science and Industry several times. Tell
us about her.
Artwork in catalogs and books. I was looking at all the books that my artwork is either in or on the cover of.
Yes,
we're not to mention being one of the top being an illustrator of one of the top Amazon new releases recently, being a keynote speaker about the art business at University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. I'm an artist, y'all. I do this.
Yes, pedo. Come on, son.
I do this.
Speak your truth, son.
I do this. I'm my favorite woman, y'all. I do this. So that without further ado,
show this piece.
Let me show y'all what I've been working
on. Experience exclusive.
It's not a woman, but it was made by one. So here we go.
By your favorite.
By my favorite. Y'all can't even see all the glory, but let me just tell y'all a little bit about it. So I have a technique. I use color theory. I mean, that's not the technique, but to get some of the work done, I use color theory to guide me. So I'm gonna sit this here so I can point it out to you. But basically, all the colors have to, in these circles, all the colors have to include the color that they're overlapping, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And it creates this, it kind of pulls you in. The piece pulls you in. It's hard to see because of the way the lights are. I'm gonna get closer so y'all can see. Just how
I love the outline.
The colors make it pop.
Mm-hmm.
And then the outline, the outlines are the reason why I do the lines. I've always done geometric shapes and lines and patterns and stuff because I think life is compartmentalized. We compartmentalize it. It comes in parts. Lines and shapes can also indicate, conversation, ideas, all that. So these are things that I consider when making my art.
I also consider color being one of the driving forces. Color travels in frequencies. Um, when we experience certain colors, we experience certain frequencies, certain energy. So I thank you, Chanel. I really just want people to have certain emotions, and it has already been proven that color affects your mood. That's why there's things called color therapy. So anyway, I just wanted to acknowledge my favoriteness of myself and show my artwork and why I'm my favorite self, why I'm my favorite person. Um, yeah.
Gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal. Come on, listen. I'm for it because this is what we're here for.
And Natalie knows I don't do that often.
That's why I'm so geeked over here. Y'all don't understand. That's what you don't even understand. Like Dion be like, and I kinda win awards. I kinda be published. I kinda be dope. Like, no, she just gassed that whole thing and I'm for it. She race car tracked that thing, okay? And I am for it wholeheartedly. Y'all need to get in tune with Dion Victoria artistry, okay? Appreciate you, cause she her favorite, everything, and that is part of why we are here today, and part of what we're talking about when we talk about Black women and celebrating Black women. In our favorite show, I, we have to celebrate ourselves. So, what is our favorite way to celebrate ourselves? Yes, identifying these amazing and extraordinary women throughout time and history, past, present, and future dopeness, right? But also knowing that you're a part of that. Like, what I love to see is new artists that, like, a year ago, couple years ago, like, could never see their lives the way it was today. Like, I look at Megan Thee Stallion, no matter how y'all feel about her, here nor theirs or whatever. You look at artists like that, and 2014, they put a picture of when she won the award, her tweet on there, and she was like, "Look, I'm gonna need a team because this music thing really finna take off for me." In 2014, she tweeted that. And 2021, she went in Grammys with Beyonce. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple years ago, that wasn't even a thought in your mind that you could do that. But you have to understand that you are part of the future history. You are going to leave a legacy and a lineage, but you determine what that's going to be.
Yeah, man.
Whatever it is, it could just be being a great mom. Do that thing, sis. It could be being a great teacher. Do that thing, sis. It could be being a great artist. Do that thing, sis. It can be being a rocket scientist. Do the out of that, okay? Surgeon, do that too. Lawyers, do that too. Whatever your thing is, do that and know that you're making your own history and be great at that. And honor you for what you do. We can't see all the greatness in everybody else and not acknowledge the greatness within ourselves. Period. Because we are gonna leave a mark on this world. We are gonna leave a legacy. So, sis, I'm with you. I'm my favorite a lot of things. I'm my favorite a lot of things. For real, for real. And that's what we need to be. We need to put ourselves, people be like, don't put stuff on a pedestal. Put yourself on a pedestal. And let everybody else meet you there. Let everybody else meet you there. And so the question at hand was, what are some of our favorite ways, since this is our favorite show, to honor ourselves? Dion, what's one of your favorite ways to honor yourself?
Well, one of which is going to become actually tooting my own horn, because that felt good. It felt
gas pedal.
And then I think another one of my favorite ways to honor myself is to really just allow myself to have the things that feel good and look good and taste good and all that. Just like, you know what? Instead of buying this cheap thing that, you can get that thing and just have it for now. Why don't you just find the thing that's going to last a long time, that's going to be valuable to you for a long time? How are you going to actually honor yourself in the things that you do? Sometimes I feel guilty for like hanging out with people because I'm like, I'm a mom. I'm supposed to be at home with my kids all day. But
that's 24/7.
Girl,
that's not
healthy. That's not healthy. Or like not now, especially now that I'm back at work, it's like I'm supposed to go home. Like right now, I'm supposed to be back at home with my children. What am I doing out here having a life? It wouldn't honor myself. I was never intending to be a
and
stay.
it wouldn't honor your children.
I never intended to be a stay-at-home mom. Those of you who that's what you do, by all means, I'm happy for you that you are doing something you love, that you love
And
doing.
real quick, while we on the subject, there's a study that says that being a mom is equivalent to working 2.5 full-time jobs, and
No.
I concur.
But for real,
I agree. And like just that part, even if you're just a stay-at-home mom, that's 2.5 jobs right there. But imagine being that and having an actual full-time job and running businesses and like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got 12 jobs whole time. You know what I'm saying? So honor yourself because you a boss. Who can run your life like you do? Be like, talk to yourself that way. That's why affirmations is one of my ways to honor and celebrate myself. And I think it's something that everybody should adopt. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you a boss, because you are. If you looking fine, if you looking thick today, if you like, even if it's in a moment where you don't feel that way, speak those words and let your mind believe that, because it's true. Even if when you don't feel it, it's still true. You still a boss. You still holding it down. You still doing the best you can, which is better than most. You still doing your thing. And so I believe affirmations is an amazing way to celebrate yourself. I've been saying a lot lately, like self-care ain't optional, because I've made it optional for my whole life. And so like I'm telling myself now, so I say it to y'all, but I'm saying it to myself too. A lot of things I say to y'all, I'm saying to myself. Most of the time I'm talking to me, but I hope it also benefits you. Shoot. Self-care ain't optional. We have to start pouring into ourselves and realizing our greatness. So another way that I like to celebrate myself is to take the time to remember who I am. And I honor all of y'all, and I ask all of you to take the time to sit back and remember who you are. That's what Dion did. That's why I was so lit for her, because and saying gas pedal, because I'm a hype man. Y'all don't even understand. When you gonna get your life, you gonna get your life with me. Okay. Because that brings me joy to see other people get joy from just remembering who they are. We go through life and we get so caught up and overwhelmed with stuff like bills and kids and jobs and life in general, pandemics, all types of ish, right? Yeah. So when do you take the time to sit back and remember what you've done? Even if it was just, what did I do today? You did a lot. But what did I do over the course of my life? I'm a boss. I've been hosting radio since I was 15. I'm a boss. Acting, music, recorded, played on the radio. Like, I'm a boss. And a lot of people, I laugh when you said people don't know you an artist, because I'm like, depending on where you met me, a lot of people don't know a lot of the stuff I do. It depends on where you met me. Like you get, oh, that's office manager Natalie. She efficient than a Mickey Ficky. Absolutely. Like, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Oh, that's acting Natalie. Oh, that's, I do darn it everything, and I'm good at it. I'm really good at it. And everything I do, I'm one of my favorites. So I think it's really important to remember who you are. Look over your life and say, no, I'm a boss. Look over your day and say, no, I'm a boss. And even if it's not these top-notch things like winning awards and being flown out or hosting radio or whatever it is, just the things you do make you a boss because you did it. Yeah. Like we said, raising these kids is 2.5 jobs out here, full-time, not part-time. Like,
being a stay-at-home mom, that's serious. That's like, you should be award shows for stay-at-home moms. Can I make that? Can we do that? Because, like, for real, that's a thing. Honor you, honor yourself, and we need to start honoring everyday people, because the everyday people are the heroes of the world. The everyday people makes the world go round. So we honor and put on pedestals people, that's doing extraordinary thing, acting and filmmaking and music and all that other stuff. That's great. But we got to start honoring ourselves, because if we don't, who will? And that's that part. What you say? What's your favorite way to honor yourself?
So just the ones I said, remembering who we are, remembering who I am, sitting back and reflecting and taking that time to remember who I am, saying affirmations and reminding myself of my greatness, and talking myself through the times where I don't feel great. And then my new one is practicing self-care, and reminding myself that it's not optional. If it's taking a long bath, if it's, saying I'm finna sit here and watch some TV, whatever it may be, journaling, writing, practicing one of my artistries, like whatever self-care is to whomever it is out there, or to me at the moment, because it should do that. So those are some things that I do to practice some self-care for myself, and y'all need to do it too, because y'all important.
If
And
the
you dope.
audience wants to comment right before we're about to go into our meditative moment, anybody want to comment about what their favorite ways to self-care are, or their favorite ways to celebrate themselves? I like to buy myself flowers. I haven't done it in a couple months, so it's about time. It's about
What
time.
we do for some bouquets, sis?
I just found my because I used to buy myself flowers and take them to work, and people would be like, "It's your birthday? Why you have flowers?" Because I like them. I went to Jewel for lunch and they had flowers, so
I bought me some to spruce up my area.
I wanted somebody to buy me flowers, so I bought me flowers.
Somebody did buy those flowers for you.
Yes. So that's buying a new stick of lipstick. Yes, new stick of lipstick.
But wait, you cannot miss the second part of that, and being bold enough to wear it. That part. Now, I love me some Tatiana lipstick, baby. She be coming through with the color, and her lipstick be popping for sure. And I think that's hilarious, because I was talking to Frankie the other day, and I just recently bought 2 things of lipstick, and they were darker colors, because I'm like, I always be like, all of this chocolate, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of colors look ridiculous on me. But I bought some red that I really like, and something like a dark purple that I like. And I'm starting to look at my new wardrobe, because I'm finna move into a new passage in my life. You feel me? Finna hit that 30. You feel me? In a second. In a hot second. And I'm like, I need color, because I wear a lot of dark colors. I wear a lot of black, theater people, you know what I'm saying? I wear a lot of black and I wear a lot of dark colors. And I'm like, I'm finna get some color in my life. And so that being bold enough to wear it it's that part for me, Todd. Being bold enough to live in your skin and honor you and be seen. That's the part. Be seen. I love it, Todd. I love it. And she said, same, love fresh flowers too.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, being bold enough to be you authentically, with the audacity to be seen.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and take us into meditation, sir?
Yes, I was just getting into position. So I don't even know. I'm so excited.
I could tell your energy is way different from when we first started the show. It just gradually went.
Yeah.
Are we on 10 yet? Are we on 10 yet?
I had to make some art and just sit and really think about what it is we were talking about. And then taking the time to acknowledge Black women. Like, I don't think Black women get enough acknowledgement. That's just my own opinion. And from experience, I feel that oftentimes we are not the ones being celebrated for the things that we are amazing at.
Come on.
So I just want to, we work really hard to get into certain positions, and it just seems that it's easier for certain folk. If we do the math, it's easier for certain folk to get acknowledged over Black women. And that's okay. That's why we have things like the Melanated Queen Awards, and we figure we gonna do it ourselves.
Right.
If you won't celebrate us, that's okay. We got us, okay? So in that vein, let us go ahead and celebrate ourselves. I want us to take our hands. It's not going to be a quiet meditation. So if you're not in a quiet space and you're like, I don't know if I can do this, that's okay. Go ahead and take your hands and think about all the things you love and everything that brings you joy. And imagine it coming into your hands And as your hands heat up, you have more joy, more love, more peace, more perseverance, more honor, more trust, more realness, more you. And when you're ready, you can take your hands and just brush your body from head to toe. Go over your body. You don't necessarily have to touch you. Energy travels. If you want to touch you, oh my God, I love myself so much. I love my life. I love who I am. I love everything I've done. If it makes you feel good to say things like that to yourself, go ahead and say it. Just wash over yourself with love and appreciation. I love me. Oh my God, I love me. And I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for me. I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for everything that has made me who I am. Oh my God, I love me. Woo! You might feel some positive vibes rising up within you. You might feel good. You might feel awkward. Sometimes people feel awkward saying they love themselves, which is awkward, but I get it. But that's okay. Right now, we are just gonna, if you need to keep your hands up one more time, rub them together, bring all that energy in. Oh, I love me. Oh my God. And just show yourself one more time. Oh my goodness. I love my face. I love my skin. I love my voice. I love my hair. I love my arms. I love my legs. I love my body. I love my torso. I love my food and my belly. I love my belly. I love my stretch marks. I love my stinky feet. I love me.
I love myself.
Yeah, shimmy, 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 shine. I love myself. I don't know the words, sorry.
Yes.
Yes, if you need a song to love yourself, ooh, just love on you. Love on you if you need to. Love on you if you need to. Let go of anything that gets in the way of you loving on you in this moment. And when you're ready, give yourself a big old hug and say something to yourself for you and you. When you're ready, go ahead and release your Hey, you glowing, sis.
Thank you, sis. That's that love, sis.
You're glowing.
Because I love myself, sis. Yes, y'all better honor yourselves. Y'all better love on yourselves. Y'all better. Y'all better. Yes. You are welcome. Yes, I love it, man. Y'all know what it is. It's the Breathe Experience. It's Tuesday. We are here for you every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Thank you, Dion Victoria, for that love fest. Because there's black women, it's black people, period. But we talking about women this month, okay? We must honor ourselves because if we don't, who will? Love on you because you the only you got. And if it's something in you that you don't like, baby, you have the capability to change that. Okay? Love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Because you the only you got. Okay? I love myself. Love you. And teach your babies to love themselves too. Teach them early. Teach them early. All right, y'all. It's been another great experience, don't you think, Dick?
Yes.
If the smile and the rocking and the glowing and the everything else did not identify this being a great show, then I don't know what will. Okay. So y'all follow us everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Befriend, friend, like, follow, subscribe everywhere you can. And we gonna keep coming with y'all. We'll be back next Tuesday, but it'll actually be the last Tuesday for a while. We get ready to go on hiatus for just a bit, just to reshift and kick up some new programming for y'all. But we'll be back. So y'all got next week. Next week will be the last show for a little midnight. What you say?
Don't get discouraged. This is a planned break. We planned this break, so we said
we planned this break before we started. So this is just a regroup, evaluate, come with some more dope programming content for you all. So we have next week, and then after that, we'll be taking a little break. But I want to let y'all know this show so we can prepare y'all and not just throw it upon you on the last show. But follow us everywhere. Go to YouTube to catch the old episodes. Go to our Facebook page to catch the old episodes of the Breathe Experience, as well as Free Your Mind Fridays at 6 p.m. So be there Friday 6 p.m. for a great Free Your Mind Friday. Check out all the past Breathe experiences while we on hiatus. All right. All right, y'all. We'll see you Tuesday, 6 p.m. right here. See y'all later.
Bye.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Before we go, hold on. Y'all better know Sip Prov is still a thing, honey. Y'all better get y'all videos in. We extended the submission process. So if y'all are interested in the Sip Prov challenge, we're going to repost and reshare the information. We extended the challenge deadline. Get y'all submissions in ASAPery for the Sip Prov challenge. All right. Now for real, that's it. See y'all.
See ya.